let me tell you an interesting story about two people. Once there was this guy who was very rich. Now he had saved a large amount of money. Now, where would he keep it? He used to keep it at his home. But then he started fearing, what if it gets stolen? And the money he's keeping at home, it's of no use. It's not growing. It is just keeping there. So, what can be done about this? Well, we will suggest him something. Before that, let us hear the story of another man. Now, there is this man who wants to invest in a business. He wants to do his own business and he needs some money for investment. But he's short of some money. Now, that means he wants to borrow some money so that he can have the whole investment. Now, who will borrow him that money? These both men, they do not know each other. Well, can there be a person who can help these both? Person or an entity or an institution? Anyone who can help these both? Well, there is. That is what I was going to tell you. The bank. You know what is a bank? Well, a bank is a financial institution that is licensed to receive deposits and to make loans. Now, how will this bank help these both? Well, let me tell you. Well, this man has a lot of money. Now he has his savings. So what he can do, he can deposit these savings into this bank. Now, why will he deposit his money into the bank? Will he get any benefit? Yes. The bank will guarantee safety for his money. His money will not be stolen, and even if it is stolen from the bank takes the whole responsibility of his money. So he does not have to fear about his money being stolen. Now he gets another benefit too. If he keeps his money in the bank will also give him an interest on that money. That means the bank will give him an extra money for the money he has deposited to the bank. Okay, so what will happen? He will deposit his money in the bank. So he will be sure about the safety of his money and he will also earn interest on that money. So his money will grow. Now how will bank help this person? Well, the bank has the money deposited with the bank, right? So now the bank has a whole lot of money that it has collected from many people like him. Now the bank will lend that money to such kind of persons who are in need of money. Now these will be termed as giving loans. So the bank will give loan to this person. Now how will the bank benefit if the bank gives loan to this person? Or why should the bank give loan? Well, the bank will earn as this person will be charged an interest because he is lending money from the bank. So what happens? The bank will pay this man interest and receive interest from which man? From this man. So the problem of this and this, both they are getting solved. So this man will receive money. He has to repay that money along with an interest which is charged by the bank. Now, how does the bank earn between these two? He is receiving interest, but he is also giving away interest to the depositors. How is it earning? Well, the rate of interest charged from the borrowers is actually higher than the interest paid to the depositors. What does this mean? Well, the bank is giving a lesser amount of interest to the depositors, whereas it is taking a higher amount of interest from the persons to whom it is lending loans. So this is how the banks earn money. Let me give you an example. Suppose the man who has deposited his money into the bank is getting an interest of say 4% per annum on his savings. Okay? But the man who is lending money from the bank, that is taking a loan from the bank, is being charged say 10% from the bank. So you can see there is a huge difference between the interest charged and the interest paid. So this is how banks earn profits. Now how is this interest calculated? We will teach you that in next lectures. Well, the bank offers a huge amount of services to its customers or account holders. So let me tell you what are those services. First of all, accepting deposits. The bank accepts deposit, you have already seen. Now withdrawal of money. the persons who are depositing their money, say as savings in the bank, they can also withdraw their money whenever they want. Now, along with these services, banks also provide such safety vaults. Well, that person who had a lot of amount of money and wanted it to be kept safely in the bank will be provided such safety vaults so that his money is kept safely. Not only money, but nowadays jewelry, important documents are also kept in safety vaults in bank. Well, the bank charges a small amount of money for providing such vaults. Well, the bank also lends loans as it lent to the other person, lending loans such as home loans. So not only it gives loans as money, but it also gives loans for specific purposes such as home loans or car loans. So personalized car loans are also given by the bank. Well, along with accepting deposits and lending out loans, bank also offers a variety of other services to its customers. Like they accept payments from their customers for paying their telephone bills, electricity bills, water bills on time. So what happens? The customers, they need not worry about paying their bills on time as the bank will do that for them. So electricity bills, well, banks also provide a service where they pay taxes on behalf of the customers on time, and what happens? The amount of the taxes or those bills is actually debited from their account, or you can say that the money is directly taken from the account from the bank. So the customers need not worry about not paying their bills on time. Now, along with such services, banks also issue debit and credit cards to their customers so that they can withdraw money anytime they want from the nearby ATMs. See, such ATMs was what I was talking about. So these ATM services are also provided by the bank. You can transfer funds online, that is through net banking, phone banking, to any person across the world, and you can also receive funds from any person across the world. Banks provide traveler checks and foreign exchange to the tourists as well. So you can see there are many services which the bank provides to its customers. Well, there are many more. So that is why people are nowadays depositing their money into banks so that their money is also safe and it grows as well. So you will learn in our next lectures about the different types of accounts banks offer to us.